In this video, I'm going to make an AI chatbot that you could create for your own business. This is also something that you could sell for businesses for thousands of dollars and provide actual value. I also want to mention this will be a series of how I build my chatbots for my clients. I'll not be creating a chatbot that someone can recreate in 10 minutes. This will be an in-depth chatbot with automations, API connections, and AI-powered features. That being said, if you're looking to get a look into the world of AI and how it could help you in your business or how you could profit from it, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel to stay up to date. As I will be doing a series on building chatbots with topics like setting up Voiceflow, integrating Google Calendar, working with APIs, building a knowledge base, automations, how to maintain the chatbot, and also how to test and debug. You probably don't know me. My name is Jade. I run my own AI automation agency with my partner called PhaseLink. We work with companies in all niches to integrate AI and see where it could help them the most. Now, let's get right into it. Okay, so today we're going to be looking into Voiceflow. I believe Voiceflow is hands down one of the greatest platforms for chatbots and AI automations. The reason why I believe this is the best one because Voiceflow is very customizable compared to other platforms. There is a platform that I also like, which is called BotPress, which I will do a video later on this channel. But now let's just start with Voiceflow. First, you got to sign in. Okay, now I'll probably be blurring this out. These are some of our clients' chatbots. Now, if you look in the top right, we're going to be creating there our new agent. Let's just call it a law firm chatbot. Today, we're going to be creating a chatbot for law firms. I just recently created one for one of our new clients. Now, here is the import a web page. So this basically is just going to gather the information of the company. We're just going to skip that right now. We're going to leave it after. Okay, now this is Voiceflow. Let's remove this. This is the knowledge base. This is where we would add the information about the company. But now what we're going to look into is workflows. Okay, now we need to create our workflow. Let's just go to home right here and just basically press here, press on trackpad, and just delete everything. Okay. Now, the number one thing that we should really focus on is what do we want from this chatbot, basically? Do we want to gather information? Do we actually want to get some leads? Or do we simply just want to answer the client's questions? What I will be building today is just basically a chatbot that does everything in general. And the way we would do it is basically something like this. So this is what we're going to be building in this series, is a chatbot that basically does everything, and it is AI powered. So it is pretty a little bit complicated with gathering information, all that, but rest to be assured, I will be showing exactly how I'm doing this. And as you can see here at the end, we're going to get the APIs and how to basically automate it and get actual leads from this chatbot. Going back to our chatbot, what we would like to do is basically, first, we would like to talk to the clients. Let's just open the message up. And we would like to ask them a question, something along the lines of, welcome to Jade's law firm. How can I help you today? So this should be the first message. What I would like to add on it is probably like an emoji. Emojis are pretty nice. People feel more welcomed when you use some emojis. So we're just going to put this up. How can I help you today? Now that's the first thing that we would like to do. And what I like to do is give them options. Some people, even though they know what they're looking for, if you give them options, they're more likely to basically answer the chatbot. So what we're going to do here is just go to listen, we go to buttons, and the button number 1 should probably be like learn about our services. I really recommend using emojis. Emojis, they do really help. By the way, feel free to skip because this is going to be pretty repetitive what I'm going to be doing. Now you have learn about our services. We add another button, which is going to be like something. If it's a law firm, they probably have a case. So like I have a case. Second button, speak to a lawyer. A lawyer. Which I'm understanding your rights. And we should also add a no match button, which should be a path to something called EUS, a new path, which I like, but we're not gonna be doing that right now. So right now, if they press on learn about our services, we're just simply gonna drag it and put it here and probably put a message. This is what I had already prepared. It's like, welcome to Jad's Law Firm. At Jad's Law Firm, we specialize in a wide range of legal services to protect and defend your rights. Our mission is to provide, etc., etc., etc. You tell them the services. Right after you put the services, what I would like is add another chat here, messages. And what I would like to write on this one would be something along the lines, would you like to learn more about our crimes and defenses? So I'll just, would you like defenses? Question mark. This way, we can basically guide the conversation. We should always try to push the clients to yes, no questions. Never leave him to ask a question, basically. Always try to direct the conversation so you can get his information. And let's just put some buttons here. And another button, no. If he says yes, we're probably gonna open something else. But now if he says no, here, and open a message and ask him directly, do you have a case? Yeah, pretty simple, right? Now here, if he says yes, what I would really recommend to put is put a link of the website, or if you have a website or if it's one of your clients, put a link where he said like they basically writes all their services. So what I would be doing here is I already had it prepared. Yeah, so I already had this prepared, so I'm just gonna copy and paste. So for example, let's try to run and see how this looks. So I'll just go here. Boom. Welcome to Top Jad's Law Firm. How can I help you today? Learn about our services. And if I press yes, it'll just give me a link. Boom. And I go in the link. And it'll take me here, basically. We can go back here and continue into our chatbot. Now, the way I would use, we should really focus on I have a case. I have a case would be that's our goal, to get the client to speak to us. Up, put in messages and ask it something like, could you please clarify whether it relates to criminal law or defense law? So I'm just going to write this down. Could you? Well, and yeah, once you write this, and is also putting buttons. You know, we're really trying to make all the work for them. We don't want them to chat with it. We really want to get them as soon as possible. Okay, so let's say it's criminal law. And here, defense law. Just gonna put it right here. Criminal law, we're gonna put a big text here. And defense law, put in it basically here. Then I would be putting something like choose the type of category case you have this way. And we would be putting buttons of what type of crimes your company or your client's company does. And then basically we're just going to keep adding buttons here. You give them options. Also the same thing here. What I will be writing is the same thing. Choose the category, the same thing. I'm just going to come here, come here, come here, come here, and paste. Right? And same thing. I go on listen, buttons, and probably just juvenile. Okay, he has a juvenile case. Or if he has a DUI, federal crimes. Okay. Yeah, let's just remove this. This is just for an example. Up. And here he has an alibi. Illegal search. Okay. And let's just delete this. Yeah, I'm not a lawyer expert right here. This is very important. So we would like to set a category to an alibi. Now this way, here's an example. So we go to alibi, we go to actions, we go to set variable. We're going to come here. We're going to go basically, we're going to create a new variable. And this variable, we're just going to call it case category. Case category. Here to alibi. Boom. The reason why we're putting case category to alibi this way, once we set up the entire chatbot, basically this needs to be remembered and needs to be sent to the email. That's why we need to put it in a set variable. So once we make the automation, it can just take the variable and send it basically to the email. Okay. We really want to push the client to talk to us as much as possible. You should write something like, could you briefly explain the situation for me? Right? Okay. So now what we're going to do is going to capture. Capturing means we listen to what the client is saying. He's probably going to type and we have to listen exactly to what he says. We're going to leave it at last utterance, actually. We're not going to add any type of actions. Then we just simply add it to gen lead. Gen lead. Before I ask a few more important questions about your case, may I have your name? Before I ask here a few important questions about your case, may I have your name? Now we're also going to keep here. We're going to go to capture. Listen, capture. We're going to capture his name, last utterance. We're going to keep going. He said his name. We're going to do the same thing. Yeah. What is a good email to reach you at? Same thing. Go to listen, capture, boom. Now here we're going to create a new one. Up. We're going to talk to it. And here is the most important one, is his phone number. The way I personally like to ask their phone number is something like, may I also have a phone number in case we need to speak to you? Or if we get disconnected, may I have your phone? Or if we get disconnected. Here, we're also going to be capturing up. Okay, now the reason why I like to put it all the way at the end. So let's say you're a client, right? Let's say you're somebody who uses the chatbot. Okay. I have a case, criminal defense law, and probably go to alibi, up. And here we're just going to put it like, I don't feel like sharing it here. It's all right. Before I ask a few important questions about your case, may I have your name? So, and here he's already invested. He wasted time and effort. So now he's more, not, I wouldn't say obliged to it, but once someone puts the effort into it, they would like to finish it. So they're just going to put Jade, and the best email to reach you at jade@gmail.com. And this is not my real email. And may have your phone number. So yeah, always try to put them basically work for it. I would not recommend it automatically and ask them for their name. They'll simply just ignore it. Because if you ask for their phone number and their email address automatically, they would say, okay, this was going to take a lot more time to get an actual response. They wouldn't think it's an actual AI chatbot. I really not recommend doing that. Okay, now let's keep going and building our chatbot. This is pretty simple what we made so far, right? Now I need to actually make here some variables. Okay, some actions. Let's go to say variable. Let's put it in the same category as we already created. Okay, scanning array and illegal search set. Now here we're also gonna do the same thing. Oh, whoops. Here we go on, wait, let me clean this up, and go to actions, say variable, case category, and entrapment. Okay, and we're just gonna come here and basically just connect it. And this, I'll do the same thing as I did here. I'll do it here. So I'll skip this part. Okay, so we built it. Here it is. Now this way, once we set into like the automation, everything's going to be recorded that he was in juvenile, or like if he was if he did a crime, committed a crime, or if allegedly, or if he is in a defense law. Now here would be understanding your rights. I'll probably just put something pretty bland. And for lawyers, don't give advices. Just give them a just in general idea of their rights. Don't go too in depth. I already prepared something, which is something going to be like this. Up. Like, it's important to understand your rights, ensure you're treated fairly, legal rights depending on your location. So yeah, and criminal defense rights. If you're facing criminal charges, you have the right to a defense attorney. And then what I would do into it is probably I'll add a new chat and ask them, hey, like, do you have a specific case that you want to talk about, basically, right? I'm just gonna ask, do you have a specific case that you talk about? And also same thing here. We're gonna putting buttons. Yes. No. It's really important, guys, that you keep track of the conversation. You're the one who's directing the conversation. Always give them options. If he says yes, put it here, yes. Okay. And if it goes to no, here's what we would like to do here. We're gonna put a new one. We're gonna make a new path for it. This way, this is going to be called a call to EOS. This is a really important part that I would not recommend skipping. So here we're going to be using AI. Actually, we're going to set a AI right here. We're going to call it call to EOS. What does call EOS stand for? It stands for evaluate user statements. And that's what we're looking for. We're going to evaluate the user statements. So we need to basically make a prompt here. Now the prompt, I already made something. So what we'd be putting is, now this is how the prompt is going to look like. Analyze the following user statement and the conversation history and return only the categorize. So this is an AI that basically is going to see what the person said, and from this it's going to make another block. This block, it's going to be an if logic. But let's go back to call EOS. This is what I'll be writing. Response options. These are the options that I have here on the new block. Is learn services. I have a case. Speak to a lawyer. Legal. We're probably going to be removing legal advice. I haven't put that one. Your rights and general question. And then it would have description options like learn services, ask a question regarding the type of services we offer. So this is if a client, instead of pressing the buttons, he wrote, hey, I would like to learn about your services. We would basically, the AI is going to be smart enough and see that, and we're just going to automatically guide it through this. So here's how it's going to. So here we're going to put add a condition, a variable, if EOS, and we need to create that one. Learn services, go here. And this will make a block from it. We're going to go action, go to block, correct. Here takes us to home, learn services. Or if he has a case, just going to come here. And as you can see here, I have a case. I'm just going to copy the name up. I'm going to add a new condition here, a variable, a EOS, same thing. And I have a case. Well, same thing. We're going to put it into a block. We're going to come here, action, add a block, and go to I have a case. So here we're just going to go to EOS and basically add this as a variable of a case. And up. Second one, we have to put it also into, learn about our services, and press the plus button and create the variable. Now, these are variables now. The way it works is if we go here and try to talk to it, instead I would say like, I have committed a crime. See, that's what we built right now. It's basically an AI that is smart enough to categorize what the client said and goes and picks one of like options and goes, so we said I have committed a crime. So the AI thought that this person committed a crime, so it put them automatically to I have a case. What else do we have missing? So here, speak to a lawyer, we'll just put it a talk here. We want this as a link with the email, but the email doesn't exist. So it looks like something like this. Let me delete this. And we're going to understand our rights. So it's going to be here. And here we also would like to add another message. And this message, we're going to be saying something of like, same thing over and over. Would you like to tell me more about your case? Same thing, buttons. Yes. And no. And I would also add a no match button. Put a path. And with this path, we're going to put it into call to EOS. Same thing here. No match, path, call to US. Now, if yes, I have a case. It says no, we're just going to make another chat. And basically in this chat is just going to say something like, you're welcome to ask anything else. We're going to put same here. Voilà. And this, we're going to go here, go to capture, last utterance, call to EOS, and see what type of match it would be. We need to add more options, of course. The options I would be putting it in call to EOS would be like, I'll have a case, speak to a lawyer, your rights, or general question. If you would like to know what time do you guys close, what times do you guys open, and he keeps asking multiple questions, we need to create an AI that takes care of that. But we also need to prompt the AI to be able to direct the conversation into, I have a case, basically. Always needs to be, I have a case. Now we only added 2 options here. And we did speak to a lawyer, learn about services, speak to a lawyer, understand your rights, no match. Now what we're going to be doing is the automation, the API automation. Oh yeah, we're going to be using Make for the automations. The role of Make is basically, once we gather all the information of the lead, we need to automatically get it into our Excel sheet or the email. But now we're only going to put in the Excel sheet for you guys to be able to understand. But further on this series, I'll show you exactly how to put in emails. So now here we are in Make. What we're going to do is just simply go to scenarios and basically create a new scenario. Once we go here, always when you're using Make, you always need to make a webhook. This is what's going, like, it basically gets the information through Voiceflow. So we're just going to make a custom webhook, and we're going to call it, we're just going to call it Jad's Law Firm. Yeah, just it right here. Copy address, clipboard. We're just waiting for it to load. While it's loading, we're going to go here. We're going to wrap it up here, like may have your phone number up, talk to it. And here, what we're going to be saying is something of the lines of, thanks for sharing this information with us. We're here to support you. I passed on everything you wrote to our team. You should be expecting a call in a few, right? Smiley face. Okay. Once we do that, automatically we're going to make an API. So we come here, boom. And here we're going to go back to Make. We're going to copy the address. Try not to copy it here. This is not going to work. Voila. Come here. Copy. Now here we're just going to call it Heather. This doesn't really matter. And here the variable, it's called pizza. Who cares? Let's just put it pizza now. And parameters, name, and the variable will be name. We're going to also add another one, call it phone number. And in the variable, we're going to call it phone number here. If you don't have it, you can just create the variable. Now what we need to do is basically go back to Make, run once. Okay, so as you can see, the model is not set up. The model contains unsaved changes. So what I would be doing is go edit, save, okay, and run. Boom. Go here, send a request, and here, for example, name, phone number,
We're just gonna go generate. As you can see, it's working. We should be getting, yeah, here it is. Jade 4100. Now, what we would like to do is we make a Excel sheet. Now, I've made one earlier. It's a complete blank sheet. There's nothing on it. So we're just gonna go here, create a new sheet, and add a row here. And here we're gonna take the spreadsheet that we would like, Jad's Law Firm. Once you put it, go call it sheet name. This we do not really care. So we're gonna grab here the name and here the phone number. We go back to here and we're just gonna send a request again. Wait, we have to run it live. The module is not saved. Let's just do the same thing. Save. Okay. Run us. Value must not be empty. Probably let something here empty. Oh. Yeah, I need to redo this. We're gonna go here, Jazz Law Firm. Just gonna put name, phone number. Okay. And run. Once it's running, we can generate, let's call it pizza, because I'm feeling a little bit hungry right now. Phone number, we're just gonna write 1, 2, 3. Generate. So here it says okay. It's normally now in my Excel sheets, and as you can see here, pizza 1, 2, 3. So that's how you connect your voice flow with Make, and it's able to automatically, once somebody fills his information, automatically get it in your CRM or your Excel. Next video, we're going to be creating the knowledge base and get the accurate knowledge base through somebody's website or your website. Once we do that, we're also going to create like natural language processing, which means we're going to be using AI features. And that's where I believe VoiceFlow tops in to other platforms. If you got to this part, I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this video. It's one of my first videos actually. If you guys have any recommendations or if you guys are having any type of issues, please leave a comment. I would love to help you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.